Hey, tourpreneurs, it's Mitch Bach, and just a quick note before we begin today's episode. Tourpreneur is currently sponsored by Google. We're thankful for their support of our community, and we are offering with them a completely free course helping you unlock the power and potential of Google's Things to Do program, which is specifically helping tour operators add their tours to Google in new ways that gives you new exposure and more direct bookings. To learn more, go to tourpreneur.com/Google. And as always, show notes, more resources, links to our newsletter, our business coaching community, and so much more are available on tourpreneur.com. Now to the episode.
Today's episode is brought to you by Checkfront, the booking platform trusted by over 5,000 tour and activity operators around the world. You can start your own free 21-day trial over at checkfront.com.
Welcome to the Tourpreneur Podcast. Travel industry veteran Shane Whaley will take you on a journey with fellow tourpreneurs, sharing their tips, ideas, insights, and success stories to inspire you to make your tour business the best it can be. And now, please welcome your host, Shane.
And welcome to Tourpreneur at Arrival, presented by Checkfront. Today we're joined on the show by Jaden, Cymbaluk of iWorks Connect. How are you?
Hey, good, Shane. Thanks for having me, man.
Absolute pleasure. So for people who are listening to the show who are not familiar with you, what do you do?
Cool, yeah. Kind of my 30-second elevator pitch is we do digital marketing, websites, content creation, social media, video production, all for tours, attractions, and destinations. So we handle a lot of the digital side of things for your business, whether it's, you're trying to get more bookings online, figure out where your customers are coming from, or branding and digital marketing strategies.
Excellent. And when did you guys start?
We've been around as a media agency for about 5-6 years. The last 3 years is kind of when we've really took off in the destination and attraction space. And so we've been, kind of been doing it, working with great partners. A lot of them are here at Arrival now. It's been fun, and that's the cool thing about it. We get to work with clients where they have fun doing what they're doing, and so we have fun promoting and marketing that for them.
Brilliant.
So I think that's where it comes hand in hand.
Yeah. So we have a lot of listeners who want to work with a media agency, a digital marketing agency. What would your advice to be? So standing on the other side of this, what would your advice be to tourpreneurs out there that want to hire a digital marketing agency?
I think the best example or the best way to look at it is we're like a professional contractor. A lot of people can remodel their own bathrooms and do their own kitchens, and it's kind of in that DIY world, but now it's almost better to hire a professional contractor to take care of that service for you, which I think is something that we do well. We have all the tools, we have all the right people, and I think it makes sense for even tour operators and attractions in the budget sense, instead of hiring somebody to physically take care of your marketing, all the time. I have, a whole team of people that do that. And so I think for budget, it makes a lot of sense as well. The do-it-yourself world is really awesome today, especially with like social media, content creation, podcasts, things to do. But sometimes, you just almost need a little bit of some guidance or somebody that can kind of help with that to really take you to your next level. And especially when you are trying to expand or grow your business, I think that's what we help do, is kind of help scale your business. Like maybe, you're stuck in a plateau and you really feel that you are running a good operation. Your reviews are showing that. I think we can maybe help you take that to the next level.
Absolutely. So I'm pretty sure if I was to search on Google right now, digital marketing agencies, I'm going to get hundreds of thousands of results. So the challenge for tour operators is to hire or to work with a digital marketing agency that can deliver, right? Because there's a lot of people out there, what I call empty suits, that have done a short course on digital marketing and think they're experts. My question for you then is, when a tourpreneur is approaching a digital marketing agency, what questions should they be asking of the digital marketing agency when they're doing their due diligence?
I think it all starts with the relationship. There's a lot of people that can provide services in exactly what we do. A lot of people can do your Google AdWords. A lot of people can do your graphics, your display marketing, SEO. It starts with the relationship. That's why we kind of niche down our digital marketing agency in this specific industry. And so it's almost like a rinse and repeat strategy for a lot of tour operators. So we're doing this for a lot of people that are having or overcoming the same, problems. It's not like some digital marketing agencies, focus on a lot of different niches.
Yeah.
And so that's why you can be all over the place, and some things might not work in one vertical than it does with another. So I think, niching down or finding an agency that is doing exactly what your business needs to be done is a good thing to do. I mean, you run into people all the time, like, my biggest thing that I hear is, I have a website and it's in progress. That's usually one of the funniest things I hear, because, it's usually you're hiring your brother or your cousin or somebody like that that's doing your website. And like I said, it's always in progress. I don't think your website should ever be in progress. I always think it should always be added to, and it's never finished. And that's also what we kind of preach as well. Just because we're built your website and it's live, it's also never done. There's always going to be content that's going to be needed to be added to it. The content creation is huge in today's world. Letting people know about your tour, or your traction, or your business, or your space is something huge, and it starts with your website. So I think that's kind of a good question to ask people, is kind of what verticals do you specialize in, and also the type of services too. I mean, you can get referrals. I mean, just like everybody else is in reviews, checking out other agencies' reviews as well, and then seeing other work that they do. That's a real easy way to do it. We look at that too, like, not saying that you want to model somebody else's business, but maybe model the way that somebody else is doing business. And it can be in a different vertical, not necessarily yourself. We ask people all the time, like, who do you think has a great business online, or who do you want to look like? And then I can help make that a reality.
Yeah, I like that. And it's something I would urge all of us to do, all of our listeners, that if you work with a digital marketing agency that's done a really good job for you, come on our Insiders Facebook group. We have a Facebook group for listeners, and share it, because it's really hard to find, in my experience, really good digital marketing people in the tours and activity sector. So when our listeners are working with someone who's really good, is to give them a shout out, because I think it gives us all confidence that, they know my language. They know the landscape of tours and activities.
Take a day off from answering emails, telling your team what to get ready, or manually entering info across sales channels. Actually, take many, because Checkfront will help manage your bookings. Guests book and pay however they want. Your team has the tools they need to operate smoothly, and your calendar always stays up to date. Now, what will you do with all that extra time? Checkfront. One booking platform, limitless possibilities. Find out more at checkfront.com.
A question for you then, and I'm curious to know, for you and your company, what's been one of the biggest success stories in tours and activities in terms of your clients that you've worked with?
Okay, so we are in Vegas, okay? So even though we have clients everywhere across the country, but just being in Vegas, I mean, that's where you find a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
And I think a couple of our biggest successes is we have a lot of people that have expanded their business from not only having one tour or attraction, but to multiple. So we're really good on that growth side of, hey, we've had successful businesses to the point where one tour operator has now opened multiple, tours and attractions. So what's great about that is we're still working with one client, but it's almost on 5 different brands. And I think the relationship is key in what we do. And so I think that's another good review that we've heard before. Like somebody said that they might have bet on the wrong horse, and now they feel like they're on the right horse. So I like working with clients that are really easy and enjoy with what they're doing. And so usually that helps with their marketing. When you're running a good business, I think your marketing comes natural with it. So that's kind of the type of relationships or successes that we provide to clients.
What's your favorite social media channel personally?
So right now, I'm a big foodie guy.
Right.
So I like Instagram. So I follow a lot of the foodie people. I like the food influencers, that go to different places, because they're promoting something that's real. And I mean, it's something that I can even follow, especially when I like to travel. I like to follow people on Instagram, different people there, and see, exactly what they're doing. And I also like Snapchat as well. I do a lot of stuff on Snapchat because I think it's kind of more of a humorous platform that people can be kind of do some funny inside jokes. So it's like Facebook's kind of that professional thing. You share content and stuff that your grandma sees. Instagram's always about, the food or the visionary stuff. But Snapchat can sometimes be kind of real. And I always tell people that if you're trying to build a personal brand, especially I think in this industry, it is smart to build a personal brand around your business as well. People like to see kind of what you do in the ins and outs every day. So I think that using social media doesn't always have to be pretty. You know what I mean? You can be raw and it can be uncut. And so that's what I think that those platforms are able to do to get the word out.
So there's a lot of changes in social media. I'm always amazed by how guys like you know all the trends and the changes, because there's algorithms changing and new systems and whatever else. How do you personally keep up to date with all the new trends?
I think being on it and not being afraid to try new things and seeing what sticks. One thing that I always tell, even our clients, especially when they're creating content, a lot of it's got to be user generated. As much as I'm still helping with your business, I mean, it makes sense for you to get on Instagram, get on your Facebook, post a video of yourself and talking about things that maybe people might need help with. I think YouTube's also a good way. I mean, there's some great tours and activities that do some great vlogging and it's got a following. And also don't be afraid to produce content, because I think if you're afraid to produce content, it's just always going to get better over time. And reuse your content as well. Some people think that they can post one video of themselves talking about something and everybody in the world's going to see it. That's not true. You got to reuse your content, repost it, repurpose it. And then, especially too, applying budget. Is a lot to do with digital marketing trends now. As much as they are free platforms, you still are trying to pay to get your word or your message across on these platforms. And there needs to be some real budget. And think about the cost too of things, for TV and radio and, different print stuff like that. I mean, you're putting real dollars into those type of mediums. You need to be putting real dollars into these social media channels as well. It's not just one of those things that you can boost a post for $20 or $30 and expect your message to get out. The numbers are real, but also I think the return on investment is real as well, because it's all trackable.
Great. Where can people find you online?
So you can visit us online, iwerxconnect.com, IWERX Connect. So you can Google it. You can find our offices. We're based in Las Vegas. So a lot of people, if you guys are traveling there, feel free to reach out. I'll pick you up from the airport and, we can take you to wherever you're going. So
you're a good man.
That's the nice thing about being in Las Vegas. It's a easy destination for everybody to get to and also travel to. So, travel to and from. So it's great.
Wonderful. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, thanks, Shane.
Thanks for listening to the Tourpreneur podcast. Be sure to visit tourpreneur.com to join the conversation and access the show notes, including links to the resources mentioned on today's episode. This is Tourpreneur.